Hello, welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. I'm on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia, and I'm here for my day 2 of the 12 days of creativity on our global share fair. Now, I am aware that possibly it is not actually the 2nd of November yet for some people in the world, but it is for me here. It is Saturday morning at just after 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm here to share my little project with you. Okay, so this is an easel card. It is a very, very simple project using white and gold with a little touch of lemon lolly to replicate that lovely gold. And I really love the shimmer and shine in my Christmas tree. Okay, this is Merriest trees bundles that I'm using, and this is in our annual catalogue. It was a firm favourite last year, and I really love Christmas trees, which is why I wanted to make an easel card so that you could stand up the Christmas tree to show it off. Okay, all right, let's start. So I have actually used, for my Christmas card, I've done some of my die cutting already and my cutting out. I have used, this is actually new cardstock, it's white willow cardstock, but you can use any of our cardstocks and cut the half in length, or if you're using 12 by 12 cardstock, which is this one, cut the full length and then fold it in half. Okay, whatever length you have. All of the measurements for this card, mind you, are in the tutorial. Ask the demonstrator who invited you to share the tutorial with you, or have a look for the tutorial in the files. And so then you'll be able to modify the measurements to suit your own cardstock. So fold the card in half lengthwise and then fold one side in half again. And then you have your basic easel. I am going to burnish a couple of those folds a little bit more just to make them a bit crisper. Okay, and that way it'll fold up a little bit better for me. I have 2 extra pieces of white, one for the front panel and one for the inside panel that works as my anchor. And on those, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Now, the stamping I'm going to do is this tiny little star here. Where is it? There it is. Tiny little star. And I'm also going to get that one out because I'm going to stamp on the tree with that one. And so I'll just get a little block for that one. And I'm using lemon lolly because I want this to be really quiet, really subtle. And there is actually a right way to do these stars, so I do want to make sure I've got them right way up. Okay, so there we go. Now, this is just random stamping all over. The tree will cover half of these on the front of the card. So I'm just doing sort of towards the outside edges. And then for the panel for inside, the greeting will cover part of the card too. So once again, just stamping right on the outside with my lemon lolly. Okay, clean that off. And while I've got my lemon lolly out, just pop you over there, I've got the little tiny ornaments stamp. And I'm going to, my tree has been die cut already, but I have used the wooden textured paper, specialty paper from our annual catalogue. It has a tiny little pattern of wood grain in it, which is really lovely. I'm going to stamp it with these ornaments, which you actually can't really tell. And when I put the shimmery embossing paste over the top, it will blend them a little bit, but it gives a nice little shadow towards my gold elements. Okay, close you up, get you out of the way. The next thing I'm going to do is add some sparkle to my tree. I've got my silicone mat underneath just to protect my work surface, or you could use a scrap piece of paper. I'm using shimmery white embossing paste, one of the palette knives, and basically just pretending I'm buttering my toast for brekkie. Okay, slathering on that lovely shiny embossing paste. I love the way it picks up and reflects the light. Okay, there we go. And that won't take long to dry actually, because I've just put a fairly light surface on. I'll just scrape off the extras there, stick it back in my jar. And this stuff dries really quickly, so it is very important that you close your lid up pretty quickly, and also it's pretty important that you clean off your knife so that it doesn't dry on it. I'm just going to use it on my chamois there, and oh, I've got a little bit of something on it. Wipe off my silicone mat, but that will all just peel off later when it's all dry. Okay, so before you dry on there, I'll just pick off that. Okay, so that's almost dry. Can you see the shimmer and shine in that? I'll pick it up so you can have a little look. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now going to stick this one on the front of my card, just down flat. I won't put the tree on just yet because I want to wait for that to dry. This is a tiny bit smaller than the little section there. On this one, I'm going to use dimensionals. And for my greeting, I did something very cheeky and easy. What I have used is one of our Joyful Sayings ephemera for Christmas. They're in the mini catalogue. They are fabulous. Now, I couldn't emboss and cut that out as beautifully as that, so I've got the ephemera doing my heavy lifting for my greeting, and it goes very, in fact, that's probably where the starting point for my colour scheme was, the white and the gold, because of the lovely gold feature of that. Okay, so there's my card like that. Okay, or if you like, you can use the Christmas wishes as your anchor, but I like to do the anchor like that. Now all I have to do is stick my tree on. That's pretty dry. As I said, it doesn't take long to dry. The other thing you can do is dry this embossing paste with your heat tool. It gives it a really lovely fluffy white texture. It sort of puffs it up like snow, which is rather fun. So you'll have to try that. Oops, don't put one up there, Julia. Do you know why? Because it's going to poke out the top. So pop you down the bottom there. Which ones have I taken the backs off? Not that one. And these two. That one? Yep. Okay. So you can go down there. Stick, 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 stick. Right. Now the last thing I've done is with some of our metallic foils, which are in the annual catalogue, and die cut some of the pieces of the, what's it called, Merriest trees dies. Now, before I die cut these pieces, I do want to point out, show you this. This is a fabulous die. It cuts out all 5 garlands all at the same time. That's awesome. I love that. But before I cut them out, I actually put on the back of my metallic foil paper some adhesive sheet. So there is adhesive already on the back there, which makes it easier to work with. Okay, I haven't pulled off all of the dies yet, so I'm popping them off. Now, one thing I have found with this die sheet is that sometimes if you're careful, you can lift off your die cut piece and the adhesive sheet stays behind. So this is ready to stick straight on like that, ready to go. Okay, that one came off with it. There we go. There's another one. Stick that straight onto my tree. Easy peasy. Okay, and there we are. One there. I don't know whether I should have stuck these on first or the garlands on first. It's the same when you decorate your real tree, isn't it? Which one do you put on first? The garlands or the decorations? Okay, there's those guys done. Now this little star here, all of the pieces almost all came out. This one needs to come out. I'm going to pop that on my greeting panel there. This one, I don't want to pull the backing off because I don't want it to be all sticky. So what I'm going to use on the back of that one is a mini glue dot and stick that onto the top of my tree, because these are nice and strong, and it's sort of sticking out from the card when you stand it up, so you don't want to lose it. It is at risk of being dislodged. So I'm just going to put that sort of not quite that far down, but there we go. All right, so that one I haven't pulled the backing off, but I've got a mini glue dot on the back of the wax paper. And then the last thing to add is our garlands. Now let's see if I can peel them off without them losing the backing. Not that one. So to peel the backing off these, what I do like to do usually is pierce it with my take your pick tool. There we go. And then I'm just going to try not to touch these too much with your skin, because your skin reduces the adhesion, and it is a challenge to stick onto the embossing paste anyway, because it sort of resists a little bit. Okay, rightio, give that a bit of, I might have to add a little mini glue underneath that if it's not going to stick. Okay, let's see if these ones are going to go. Nope. I love it when they all just pop out and you've got sticky stuff. You don't have to peel the sticky stuff off. There we go. You right up the top. And let's see if I can just peel this off. There we are. Another one. Whoops. Across there. And next. Across there. Goodness, how did I fit all of these on? As I said, maybe I should have put the garlands on first. That would have been fun, wouldn't it? And this one can go here. Oh, upside down. Can you see how it's swinging the other way? There we go. There is my Merriest Trees easel card. A bit hard to show on the camera, but it's just like that. And it's gold and white, which I think is very elegant for Christmas. And your recipient, you're right on the inside in there, your recipient can show it off on their mantelpiece. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for joining me, and come back tomorrow, whenever your tomorrow is, to see the next video. Bye now.